And welcome back to another edition of the John Wayne Search Protector Podcast, a 60/40 production. I'm Eric Halsey.
I'm Alex Midway, and we've been teasing you about edging you to Thursday, and here we are to finish the job.
But wait, first, before we can go into all of our new fun news stories, personal chat. How you been in the past couple days?
I mean, in the past 2 days, I've been doing all right. It's actually been quite relaxing here. The weather's no longer 185 degrees. I got on a run this morning, was able to do a couple jobs, and I feel productive because I did all my stuff. It's not even 6 yet. And you?
Check you out. I am running on empty because I saw something pop up online that I found so shocking I had to go try and figure it out, make sure it was true.
Mm-hmm.
So late last night, as everybody does, I doom scrolled on Twitter for a little bit before falling asleep, and I came across a blurry image of the person was saying this is Maxwell with Trump sitting front row at WrestleMania 7.
Hulk Hogan.
Yep. So I had to get up, go fire up Peacock, go put on WrestleMania 7, which luckily was saved because I watched it the day I found out Hogan died. It's the most patriotic thing you'll ever see. I don't care what anybody says.
1 through 50 you watched, not just 7.
7's the most patriotic of them all.
Fair enough. I wouldn't know, but, I'm a terrorist.
Fast forward through the end and tried my hardest to go frame by frame, sitting 2 seats from Trump. I can't tell if it's her or not, but if not, man, doppelganger, dude.
Was
Same
Jeffrey chilling there?
stupid short haircut, same body type. She's wearing a very tight purple dress, like you would at a wrestling event. I hate these people. Eat the rich.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, since nobody's fact checking anymore, it was definitely her.
Only the real fans sit up front. That's where the cheap seats are, that they hand out to people who've been watching WrestleMania 7 when random wrestlers die. But were you able to catch Jeffrey? Because I think that's one of the things, like Hulk Hogan was standing there, and they were saying that maybe Jeffrey Epstein next to her.
So I did get a pretty good, clear view of that guy. Definitely not Epstein. But since there's a bunch of scuttlebutt around about the WWE paying off ring boys for being sexually assaulted for 30, 40 years, and NSA's running it, or not NSA's, NDAs and whatnot. It's possible she was just there on her own business, not necessarily linked to Donald Trump.
Just scouting some talent.
WrestleMania 7 was her combine.
Just boys in tights. Oh, that gets her going. Like the Catholic Church.
Yeah, so that pushed my 11 p.m. bedtime to about
yeah,
I got real into. I was like, I have to get a clear view of this. I have to.
Fair enough. Well, you can relax tonight when you get back and watch the latest episode of South Park, which is another banger.
Yeah, Parker and Stone don't miss. It's been widely known for 25 years now.
No, they're good. Well, we're not, so we're going to barrage forward our little show here, and we're going to start off with what we usually do here, the Tesla ticker and the stock market that is one giant Ouija board. Last time we talked to you on Tuesday, 308. Now it's gone up to 322, and what the F could have made it go up? And I found 2 reasons, 2 very compelling reasons it went up. So, a guy on Twitter, let's see, what's his name? Cole Grindy or Grind, posted up, it was an image of his stock from Tesla way back in the day to what it is right now. And it looks like just a straight line, and just shoots straight to the moon, an L shape, if you will. And then it kind of bounces back and forth. Elon says racist S, bounces down. Some Ouija board does something different, bounces up. But he says, and what is his verbatim? It's like 150,000 invested in Tesla will most likely make you a millionaire. And keep in mind, this guy Cole, he also has a blue check mark, so he pays for a free service. So if you want to take financial advice from that fella, go for it, but it could be a life hack.
If this doesn't work out, you smooth brains, you can also look into religion. Trump's got a lady willing to sell you a 10-inch Woodford crystal cross that'll help you vanquish your enemies.
And you're going to need a Bible, and chances are you don't have a Constitution, and especially with parts of the Constitution being removed from a White House website, you want to keep the unredacted edition of it at your house, so buy the Bible too.
In their defense, I mean, it's just the Constitution. You know, why would we need all of it?
It matters when Biden's in office, but now we just we want to be a little bit more efficient. We want to let big anything after Second Amendment is pretty much just word salad to me. We can wipe out a couple parts of it first too while we're at it. So, not to be undone, if you didn't think that this guy Cole is a very good guy, Elon Musk came on, and so we told you he just got 29 billion, so he's pretty rich, and he went ahead and made sure that this life hack is 100% legit when he said, I think this is probably correct. So that's a little bit less energy than he gives when he gives out Roman salutes on stage.
Or when he's wearing two hats.
He's a lot more excited when he's making jokes like that. Versus the life hack, he's like, I think this probably may be possibly true. Like, bro, like, that's a 60-40 right there.
Yeah, buddy. How is Tesla up with your lack of enthusiasm?
He's just tired from working there all day. But you know what? His efforts. I've got the U.S. Air Force talking about buying Tesla Cybertrucks. About 2 of them. So, the U.S. Air Force wants to buy these bad boys for some target practice. So, you thought I was going in a different direction?
Hey, big spender, buy this blender.
It only gets better. So the Air Force is coming out. They're like, listen, we need to see more of these vehicles. We think a lot more steel-plated vehicles will show up in the battlefield. Because clearly they're just sitting at the dealership. Someone's got to do something with them. This is going to be the new Toyota Hilux, but a whole lot less reliable. So we should be able to stop terrorism as long as these guys all switch to Cybertrucks. But Air Force isn't even looking for one that runs. They just want to shoot at these things. Like, hey, man, we need 2 of these stupid trucks. We want to go put them somewhere, and we want to just go shoot bullets at them and just see what they do. Because we already learned what a dainty little arm throw and a steel metal ball will do to a window about bulletproof glass. Like, we need to find out what a bullet will do to this thing.
I got really excited when I read about this. But then I started feeling like way too much like that Kid Rock video of him blasting cases of Bud Light. like, yeah, this is awesome. Also, I'm guessing if the Air Force is concerned about seeing steel-plated vehicles on the battlefields, they're probably wasting their time since Tesla is sheet metal and generally glued on.
Oh, well, I mean, as long as they move with the speed of tanks, wind resistance shouldn't actually make them all fall apart. So that's what they're hoping for.
Buddy, high speeds rips these cars, parts off these cars.
Again,
I wonder what gun does to this.
As long as they move at a slow crawl, they're unstoppable. Unless an effeminate man throws a ball at the window, too. Like, we know 2 weaknesses, but are there any more? Probably not.
Well, Jesus. I guess it's a good thing we're not actively pissing off a bunch of territories known for chucking rocks and things.
Just get stopped by the Afghans. Like, they don't even get AKs anymore. Allah Akbar. There goes your entire column of Tesla trucks.
And you know what? Israel just keeps making more rocks out there out of their buildings, which is just more weaponry.
They're just delivering ammunition, huh?
Yeah, these Teslas are screwed.
Didn't Netanyahu today come out? He's like, yeah, we're actually taking all of Gaza.
Yes!
Everyone's like, all right, I guess.
Oh, well, hold on. Do you want to see my shocked face?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
my
we didn't
God.
see that one coming, BB.
It's almost like this was your plan from the beginning.
Huh. I feel like
Anything to stop the nuclear deterrent.
he actually
We're
might
only
be
6 months away in 1994.
He might actually be trying to cleanse the entire place. Weird. You would think people who were on the receiving end of it would never be the ones doing it again, but, I mean, fat parents have fat kids too.
Buddy, that's what happens when you get conservative leadership. It's not about if I endured this and profited. It's that you can't profit. If you don't go through the hardship, you're a sissy. And if you profit from it, you're a socialist. Only I can do that. I am right. Also good at economy.
You know what? If we don't get syndicated by the far right because we're talking about profits and Jews, I don't know what else we need. We're about one laser away from going on there.
Yeah, and the other thing is, Netanyahu's doing the same thing we did with anybody opposed to war post 9/11. They're like, well, you don't support the troops. They're like, no. It's different. The things you're saying aren't true, and then it's like, no, you're anti-Semitic. That's it. And everyone's just so terrified of being called anti-Semitic.
We renamed French fries because like, what do you mean the French want carte blanche, a whole invasion of random places? Like, un-American.
Yeah. I can't wait to furnish my new living room with this Israeli rug.
What's it called? Trump was also tossing around the idea about stopping what's it called FEMA dollars to states that stop doing business with Jewish businesses. Like,
yes,
that's insane. What happened to small government? We're past that,
buddy. Everything. If you take a big step back, everything points to Epstein being Mossad, and they have too much dirt on America. I'm dying to know what this is. Did you see Russia make a little comment about that?
That he should be aware that Mossad's not the only one with his little files.
Oh yeah, so I'm guessing that may have helped in the peace negotiations recently.
I mean, it's Russia. They say all kinds of things, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's dirt on this guy all over the place. Like, anywhere he goes, he's doing vile allegedly. It's you don't really need. And the man loves cameras, so if you start videotaping him, he's even going to act out more.
Well, it's not just him though. I'm starting to think Clinton might actually be part of this bad boy.
Can we do a Billionaires Gone Wild where we just record these people in front of a camera?
You remember when billionaires, like you remember the last outrageous thing Warren Buffett said?
No.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? That was because they know don't be a celebrity.
Well,
when you rub it in America's face, that's when the pores are going to uprise.
Warren Buffett ain't a president, so 2-time. All right, let's get back on the thing here. Our mighty president did send over Witkoff, and Witkoff already met with Putin, and Trump came out online and he said, golden, it went really, really well. And just in case we're keeping track, July 28th is when Trump said he's going to do heavy sanctions on Russia, and we're day 10 of a 10 to 12 window. And no heavy sanctions have happened, but he's saying that we have great progress and everything's moving forward.
I trust him.
As well you should. And before this episode started taping, I started looking online, and there's a newspaper over in Poland that actually it started leaking what the proposed settlement is. And it's a ceasefire, but not a formal peace treaty, meaning Russia can get back into the fight when they're ready. De facto recognition of Russia's territorial gains in Ukraine, with the issue being deferred 49 to 99 years. So, yeah, essentially recognizing them all. And a lifting of most sanctions against Russia in the long term. So, I mean, that's a sweetheart deal if I've ever heard one. The one side that Russia can point to that it's well negotiated is the fact that they're not saying if Ukraine's ever going to join NATO, but while Trump is still in office, Ukraine ain't joining NATO.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, there's been a couple of things that even came out about Putin. Like back in 1994, he was talking about how Ukraine is Russian land. Northern Kazakhstan was given to them by the Soviet Union. Like, he's got aspirations. The guy's not stopping. Like, if anything, we're going to stop for a minute, let him rearm, regroup, and he's going right back at it.
No. God complexes don't just be like, this little bit will satisfy my appetite for control.
Yeah.
It's not how it works. And none of it will ever work that way.
So if you guys just give me this one crack rock here, after I smoke it, I should be good. And after that, some straight over to Harvard Law School. You got it, guys. I'm going to need that crack rock down there. I'm going to need to smoke it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. But, what? Evidently, this Witkoff guy seems to know what he's doing.
Well, Witkoff also apparently negotiated that Putin might even meet Zelensky. And Putin also addressed the possibility of meeting him and saying he was not on the whole opposed to the idea. But he also noted that certain conditions should be created before a meeting could take place and that the current circumstances were far from ready. And the circumstances that he's asking for is essentially Zelensky 6 feet on the other side of the dirt, a giant Russian flag in the Kiev capital, and just Russian troops marching all over Ukraine. Because he's been saying this place should be a parking lot or Russian satellite state again for the past 20 years. And past 20 years is a guy who literally changed the Constitution to rule, but he's telling someone else that he's the illegitimate ruler. Like, I can't do this.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing those preferable conditions was for like his snipers.
Yeah. Like Zelensky out in giant cornfield and a bunch of giant helicopters coming directly at him. Like, put Merkel there too, why not?
Yes, but he has to wear a Target t-shirt.
So, overnight, also Russia has went ahead and just started already moving forward with the ceasefire, and they hit a recreation center in the Zaporozhye region, killing 2, injuring 12, and 2 of them were kids. In the city of Odessa, they struck a power grid and a heating gas facility where Ukrainians are stocking up on liquefied natural gas, LNG for short. This is stuff that they're literally buying from the U.S. and Azerbaijan in order to keep warm on the actual upcoming winter. They are buying U.S. goods. Putin is bombing them, and all these dudes are trying to do is stay warm. That's not a war target. But again, I digress.
Well, these are the things that are going to happen when you're hiding in civilian territory, when you're dressing up as Harris Teeter.
When you're dressing up as a small child playing soccer in a field and you're actually an elite level soldier and a main battle tank.
I don't know. Is Ukraine known for their height or their boyish good looks?
Yeah.
It's possible, I guess.
Fascism.
Monsters.
They're known for their fascism.
Monsters, every one of them.
Well, let's keep it stateside real quick and talk about the monsters that we have here because they are all over the place. So last Friday, Trump went ahead and fired the director of Bureau Labor Statistics. It's Dr. Erica McEntarfer. I'm just going to call her Erica, Dr. Erica for short. And obviously, this is another one of those. He's saying there's bogus job claims. The BLS released the numbers back in July and said that we added 73,000 jobs, which alone by itself is under what people had expected. But they also did a correction and made revisions to May and June that put the numbers of jobs gained 258,000 less than what was previously recorded. And I think Trump used up all of his it's Biden's economy comments, and he said, you know what, I'm just going to kill the messenger on this one.
Yeah, this is the RFK problem that we've come up to, where it's I now control facts. Like, we have enough food. It's you already ate twice today. It's not my fault you don't remember. It's North Korean dictator. Yeah.
There's a joke.
Math is the enemy now.
We had a joke back in the Soviet Union. It's I saw somebody posted up on Twitter the other day, like this one guy, and I'm going to butcher it. It's one guy sitting there, and he's talking to somebody he's in an airport getting ready to get on a flight, and one person's like, "Hey, sorry for the delay. The pilot found out that there's an issue with the jet engine, so we went ahead and fixed it." And he's like, "Wait, you guys are able to replace the actual jet engine in an hour? That's amazing!" Like, no, we replaced the pilot.
That's exactly it. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, the new one didn't see a problem, so we're golden. We're about to take off.
I cannot wait for August job growth numbers to come in. And you're like, 10 million new jobs. Everybody's a millionaire. Things are great.
All in agriculture. Every last person working on the farms getting $85 an hour.
No, it's going to be incredible. I can't wait to see what August number looks like.
Well, you might need to wait because what's it called? He did fire her, and I don't know why he did it. Maybe it's the fact that she called him out to his face and kind of said, "Hey, these are the numbers," or the fact that she's not a blonde chick with the lips of a duck. But he did fire her, and she released the report on Friday. Trump fired her on Sunday, and then he said he would announce a new person to the board in 3 to 4 days. Again, we're just doing rough numbers. Like, this is corporate policy 101. Like, one of his reports do, like, I don't know, 64 days through 72. Like, you pick a number, you know, things, like, if you're the president, but whatever. This one likes to deal in ranges. And in case you're keeping track, that's 3 times faster than he said the Russians to stop bombing Ukraine. And again, if you're keeping track, he said he would go ahead and do this in 3 to 4 days. There's still not a new director.
So I think this is when I had the kid, you know, when he was young, he'd go, "Hey, I want to do something." It would sound boring or expensive. And I'd go, well, we'll see. And eventually he figured out that meant, don't ask me about this again. And I think that's basically what Trump's doing with his 7 to 10 day thing. It's just his way of saying, here's a non-answer, but don't ever ask me about this again. You have Disney World at home.
That actually does make sense. And he's like, I don't know. It's we'll deal with it in so many days.
Yeah, and he just keeps saying it until people stop asking about it.
He's like, I'll be in the golf course if you need me.
If he was smart, he'd go, Epstein is getting released in 7 to 10 days. And he just keeps saying it until people eventually stopped caring about all those raped kids. Anywho.
Yeah. Well, Biden did all that. But let's take a look at the BLS. Let's find out a little bit more about this. Because when you're off by 258,000, it does seem like a big number. So how do all these numbers even come in? So the way that they do it is they have 2 different ways of doing it. They knock on doors and they also reach out to businesses. And, all right. Right now, when's the last time you've answered an unknown phone number?
Never.
Again, so that's the first thing the BLS has to do. They reach out to actual people on the ground and they try to get in contact with them and find out about their state of affairs and everything else that they're doing. And you just illustrated that point very perfectly. Most people don't respond. So they're already playing with the hands tied behind their back. So the second way that they do it is they actually send out kind of business surveys to, the businesses. So again, right now, if you saw an email come over from BLS and said, "Hey, buddy, you got about between 20 and 40 minutes to fill out this survey," would that be at the top of your to-do list?
I would block that, assuming it was Colin Eldred asking for more donations.
Yeah. So again, the second way that they gather data is pretty much done. Some states have a policy where you actually are forced to pretty much do it. But a lot of these states, they kind of wait a long time. Like if a report is due on the 30th and it's 31 days in a month, if all these companies finally file their report, their half-assed report on the 30th, and the BLS gets it, and they have 1 day to get all that data, churn all that data, account for that data, and then put it out there, there's going to be some issues. And the fact, right now, they're estimating things off limited data that they have. The world is at freaking war. Your neighbors are getting deported. Billionaires are strip mining this whole country. And Congress is out there playing three monkeys in the Epstein list. So yeah, things might not be going according to plan. Like, these dudes are making some very big leaps.
So from what I can tell, these job numbers are always revised like a month later.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things Trump was specifically pissed about was back in, I believe, July or August last year, running into the presidential campaign, they released some number from Biden where they were like 900,000 jobs or 8 something created in the month of July. And that got revised back about 600,000 jobs back in August. Trump brought it up and kept saying they revised it, waited till November to revise it until after the election because they were trying to hurt him specifically, even though they revised it and released it in August.
Well, everyone's always trying to harm him. He's been shot at one time. Another guy wished him ill will. Rosie O'Donnell hates him. Everyone hates him, but he rises up and he gets us and he fights for us. Why can't you understand that this billionaire who has his own cryptocurrency cares about you more than anyone else in your planet?
All right. First off, I need you to jot down your little note time mark. You got to go back to the 26-minute mark. As far as getting shot at, you're going to have to add allegedly, because Judge Eileen Cannon sealed up that record about the releasing the file of his assassination because there was some damning information in there.
Was it damning, or did she say like national security?
It was national security something or other. Yeah. Whatever. You don't think it's going to be damning when it comes out as fake? That was a ketchup packet? Allegedly.
Yeah. The guy with like cross eyes from the Goonies that tries to take a shot at most hits an ear. Most likely a dye pack blows up. Like, look at his ear right now. He's like an 80-year-old man who eats fast food, and you're telling me he heals like Wolverine. Get the F out of here.
You're not going to tell me from the picture of that guy, McLovin's stunt double, was somehow slipped by all that Secret Service.
Low crawled onto a roof like, all right, I'm going to get off a couple shots here. Like, before they actually murk me, he's like, I got to keep shooting until he activates that ketchup packet. So, there it is. All right, I guess I'm dead.
Also, saw somebody post side-by-side pics of the lowering of the flag and then somehow not being able to hold Trump's powerful fist down for that photo op.
Mm-hmm.
And then they played back in when Bush 2 had the shoes thrown at him.
Oh, he could move. That dude used to run every day with the Yankee white boys.
No, yeah, well, I mean, agility off the charts.
Yeah.
No Secret Service tried to block those shoes, and he got off a second pair of size 9s.
I mean, they knew Bushy could handle himself.
No, I guess it was one of those real man things.
Yeah, Bushy could move, stick and move. Fat Trump over there is just going to look for a camera and start spewing hate into it.
This is Joe Biden's bullets.
Yeah. Well, what is he throwing at me? Hunter Biden's laptop? What the hell?
Oh, my. All right, sorry. Not to get off.
So, all right. Well, one last thing. Let me finish this up. And the fact that, these numbers we just talked about, these numbers always get revised. Like, during the pandemic, they were also revised heavily because, I don't know, nobody accounted for how crazy it was going to get and how many jobs would be lost. So they were also revised then. Like, and the fact that these guys will go out and they will revise these numbers and they will actually admit that they're wrong, that's amazing because anytime, like, look at anything that happened during the pandemic. Anytime one of the scientists came out and was like, hey, we need to revise this because we have new data, it's like, you don't know what you're doing. That's proof of that. Like, no, that's a scientific process. When we get new things, we change our minds. So, BLS, my hat's off to you. I'm sorry you're now just a shell of yourself.
Well, not to correct you here, but that's the way old science works. According to RFK now, you set a date for discovery, and then you figure it out on your way there.
Didn't he just cancel $500 million in mRNA vaccine research?
Yeah. The research that's going to also stop cancer.
Well, if you just take the B12 vitamins, like, bro, you talk like a ghoul. Why do we listen to you for health?
All right. So you and I have a mutual friend.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Just one.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Here's the thing. And I love him to death. And he has surprised me from time to time. But never once have I been like, I would love to get all my scientific research from you on, I don't know, astrophysicists.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he's going to get high and watch Armageddon or something. Because he's the best. I feel like going to a 20-year junkie and just being like, he's smart. Like, how does this keep happening?
Like, I swear to God, why don't we drug test the people in office? Like, I bet you we start drug testing that White House, we would have at least 60% of the people quit. Like, if we were all screaming about drug testing poor people, I need to have my elected officials Pinot a cup. And you know what? One of your constituents, it's kind of like jury service. You're a meat gazer on a weekend. Like, I will volunteer for that all day. Like, you got to go watch a bunch of Republicans pee in a cup, like, all day, baby. After that, I want to be in the lab when they test that thing, and it just glows green from all the blow they're doing.
First off, I am big on small government when it comes to that. What mama don't know won't hurt her.
No. If we get subject to this they should too. Like, F you. Like, if I got to pay 40% in taxes, like, you should pay at least 15 to 20. Like, if I got to go pee in a cup, like, why shouldn't you? Like, no, I'm done with a double standard.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm all for it. And with government jobs, you should pee in a cup more than once.
Uh-huh.
And this is we're paying for this.
Yeah. If like this, if I fall off a ladder on my job site, like, I have to go get blood work. Like, when he got COVID, why don't we run a couple of tests, see what else he was on during that time before we gave him a vaccine? Like, I don't know if this guy's worth saving, boys.
Nanobots put all this marijuana in my system.
Joe Biden's laptop.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I am. I think you're right. I think we should be drug testing these people, and also, I think if your boss handed you something to do, and you were like, I don't want to do this. I'm just going to leave now and call this a recess. I'll see you in 7 weeks. Yeah. I'm guessing you don't have a job you're coming back to.
Yeah. Well,
especially if it's something important, like go through these papers of this known kid screwer and see what else is inside. And you're like, yeah, I'm out.
I do love the fact that they just ran out on the Epstein vote. And now the guys in Texas is like, it's your duty to be into this government, and you got to vote on the things that need to get voted. Like, that strategy meeting must have been nuts. Like, guys, we're going. This is what we're going with. We do know what they did just now in Washington. Like, yeah, that's a push. That's the official line.
It's different. We're leaving because we don't want the president to be on a list of people who raped children. What they're doing is unpatriotic.
Yeah. They're trying to stop said president from having the another 2 years of doing all the things that he's doing.
See, this is why kids need to get into fights when they're young. Because sometimes you get punched in the mouth and you learn humility. Mm-hmm. You learn, hey, maybe there is a second way of looking at this situation, not just my myopic little view. And I've always wanted to punch Mike Johnson. So.
Well, speaking of punches and shootings, let's get into the good stuff here. I'm going to go back.
But if you can't go back in time to punch young Mike Johnson.
Yeah. He might be into it. He might be, wearing a BDSM suit right now, working a glory hole, allegedly.
Not a chance. Not a
You
chance.
Sure?
Yeah. Oh, I am positive. He is definitely the I want to inflict pain, not ever be inconvenienced.
No. It's he looks like he's repressed. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. The repressed ones are usually the really freaky, angry ones.
Now, his face screams piss porn. I will give you that. But his demeanor is very much like Dexter. without the likable side.
I mean, technically, if you did pee porn, he wouldn't have to do insider trading.
Do you have any idea how much billionaire piss costs?
I mean, didn't Sydney Sweetie just sell bathwater or something?
She did.
Yeah.
And now it's Nazi bathwater, I guess. Anyway.
Might be worth even more in those far right sites.
She's not young enough.
Yeah.
So, on July 28th, a shooting happened in Midtown Manhattan office building on Park Avenue. You know, where Trump said he could kill somebody in the middle of the street and walk away fine. And it ended with the alleged shooter, Shane Devin Tamora, killing 4 before turning the gun on himself. Which, honestly, I kind of like when shooters do that. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who cares? School shootings don't even register as news anymore, so why should I care about a bunch of full-blown adults catching a round or two, right? But this one caught my attention. So...
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're going to go in the end and blow your own brains out, go do it in the woods. If you take innocent people with you, or you go shoot up a school, no, you should have just skipped past go in the woods, just, you know what, dig a hole, start backfilling most of the way, and then blow your brains out at that point. I don't need you taking out nice people.
No. If you're going to kill yourself, try and inconvenience as little people as possible. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, I have no respect for people that jump off of buildings in busy cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you're doing is creating traffic at this point.
Or if you get into a car crash on my morning commute, I have no pity for you. You are messing up my life.
Yeah, no. Go home, go draw yourself a nice warm bath, plug your toaster in, and then just, cuddle up with it.
Yep.
But
I mean, if you do a shooting, at that point, you've killed so many people, I want you alive. I want to see what makes you tick, man. You want to be a big man rolling into a building shooting at people? Be the big man and take the punishment. That's what I want to see.
No. They already have to repaint. I say just do it now. Let's just get this whole job done at once.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, I don't need years worth of trial coverage. Just do it. Save the taxpayers some money. Think about the common man.
Again, agree to disagree. That's my porn right there.
All right, fair enough. So this one caught my attention when totally cool guy who's never done anything wrong, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, released a statement on the shooting saying, "We have reason to believe he was focused on the NFL agency that was located in that building." And then he also said he appeared to have blamed the NFL for his injury. Now, I can accept the epidemic of gun violence, and gun violence being the number one killer of children in this country. I can accept a whole lot, but buddy, you can't go screwing with my football. That a line has to be drawn at some point. Know what I mean?
I get it. And the fact that he's saying it's CTE, he played high school football, and that was it. He didn't play in the NFL. He didn't play in college. He wasn't in some beer league anywhere else. He played in high school. I get it. It's a formative years. You little tiny head and everything else might get bashed in a whole lot more. But Junior Seau went, he had the mindset, be you know what? I'm going to sit in this chair. I'm going to go ahead and off myself, and I'm going to send this brain out there. And that guy played on many different levels. And the fact that he went through all that and then still had the common mindset and the common decency to go ahead and do that without harming anybody else, I don't think this was CTE, and I don't think this was NFL related.
Oh, I'll get to that.
Ooh.
So the reason they're saying all of this is the shooter allegedly had a note in his pocket where he claimed to have CTE from his high school football career, and he wanted his brain studied, which would lead to believe that he was going for the NFL office. The least American thing you could ever do.
Was that note written on NYPD letterhead? Oh crap, that's the wrong one.
Oh, foreboding. So, news outlets ran this narrative for about 48 hours, right? Which is honestly pretty good for a shooting nowadays. But when the story started disappearing off from the lamestream media is when I started to get a little interested in it. So the timeline of the shooting goes something like this. Guy walks across the street in the middle of Manhattan at 6:30 p.m. holding an AR. No one says a word. Kudos to you, New York City. We don't rat. He enters the building and just starts spraying bullets, killing 3. 2 building employees, 1 off-duty police officer moonlighting as security. He then hops on an elevator, goes up to the 33rd floor with a passenger, another passenger in the elevator, some lady, that he just lets go completely unharmed. Right?
Was she in the elevator? From what I read on it, when he was about to get into the elevator, she was getting off, and he's like, all right, have a wonderful day, ma'am. And then he got into it. Did you read that she was in there?
It's possible. I read she was in the elevator, but, these are reporters, and there's 100 different versions of the story.
26 billion, 25 billion, close enough.
Yeah, exactly. 83,000 jobs, 10,000, whatever. Numbers are just a construct. So he lets this lady go completely unharmed, continues up to the 33rd floor, and pops his 4th and final victim. So just off of that, it seems to me like the 3 people in the lobby, I'm guessing somebody was like, hey, what are you doing with that giant gun? And he just started firing.
Yeah.
But killing one person 33 floors up, that seems like that's an intended victim.
I knew exactly who was this victim.
So,
Commissioner Goodell?
Yeah. So, here's the thing. The NFL office is not on the 33rd floor of this building. And since this guy drove from Nevada to Manhattan for his fun little shooting gallery trip, I'm guessing he had ample time to Google which floor this was on.
Yeah.
So I'm calling BS on the whole NFL link. So the fact that he went from crazy shooter in the lobby to cool, calm, collective rioter with a lady on the elevator just to kill one more person, there's not a chance this was Roger Goodell. Would not hurt my feelings if it was. I do not care for the man. But there's no way this is NFL related.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they billed it as. So who was it?
So you start looking at the actual victims, right? Because I used to be an economist expert. Then I got into vaccines and whatnot with this RFK stuff. Now I'm a lead investigator in this. The lady on the 33rd floor he shot was Wesley LePanter, the global head of Blackstone's Core Plus real estate investment trust business. Now, what is that, you ask? Core Plus focuses on stabilized real estate assets with long investment horizons and moderate leverage, which differs from regular old core strategies which prioritize properties with low risk and value add opportunities, such as facelifts to the building, AC work, yada, yada, yada. So if I'm reading this right, LePatner was in charge of scooping up perfectly functional real estate and then controlling their rent.
Yeah, there's, what's it called? They're actually the largest owner of real estate in America. And if you keep wondering about this housing crisis and how there's a housing crisis where people can't get houses, well, it's because people can't buy them. These corporations roll in, don't demand an inspection, do a cash offer that's 10% higher, and the newlyweds that want to find their first home and raise a family of 2.5 in a minivan are unable to get a house. And weird, there's a little bit of a backlash to this now.
Yeah, and not just that, it's also for the renters too. Because that keeps skyrocketing up too. Since they own everything, they get to control it.
Like, if this guy really had CTE and he was all messed up, homie would have driven to wherever the Blackstone, the grilling company is, and started shooting that place up.
Yeah, 100%
he went
agree.
to the right building.
100% agree.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he didn't, because their griddle system's fantastic and they should consider sponsoring. Anywho, New York City is notoriously one of the most expensive places to live on planet Earth. New York even just elected their first Muslim mayor because he ran on making New York affordable again with rent freezes along with a bunch of other rad ideas. So tinfoil hat time, baby. I believe Blackstone CEO was the only true target of this shooting, much like the UHC Brian Johnson guy who got popped back in December by a guy who looked like Luigi Mangione. I think this is another CEO legally making life worse for Americans in this late-stage capitalistic country of ours, and I believe it's another Luigi situation, albeit way sloppier, and the powers that be want to spin it any other way, so the rest of us dumb poors don't get any bright ideas.
So, a couple things on that one. First of all, Zoran has not been elected. He's going to be in the election.
He won the primary. He's winning it.
Yeah, same thing. I get it. Moving along, one of the I was reading online, and there's been no backlash. It's the same thing with Luigi. When everyone's like, you know what? I see where he came from. Like, I get it. And the best way that I saw one person, it was this comment. Incapacitated? No. Encapsulated?
Encapsulated?
That's the one. All right. English is hard. That's why I'm quoting other people. Words can't describe my indifference.
Yes.
I read that. I was like, you know what? That's amazing. I was like, kudos, man.
Yeah. Believe me, I feel bad for two random building employees. That sucks. Yes. I feel bad for one off-duty officer moonlighting a cushy security job. Also sucks. Fireman who
got shot at Trump's rally when he was assassinated or attempted. Most people are victims.
You mean when God moved that bullet into a completely useless retired fireman?
Yeah. Well, we don't need any of these here. We just need more demigods.
Yeah. It all sucks. And when he gets to the 33rd floor, I could not care less.
Did you see how they barricaded that floor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Listen, we think it's big innovation when they start making Kevlar backpacks for your elementary school kids to wear. They got some classes for these Blackstone folk, and they know exactly what they're doing. Because these guys moved faster than a moving company, and they moved every freaking sofa, couch, and everything else to the door. Dude, there's couches that are all the way to the ceiling. How are a bunch of these book nerds moving all these things so quickly, so efficiently? All the way in, it was wild.
I'll tell you why. Because all these young executives went to school in the 2000s when school shootings became a normal thing, and this is what they teach kids now. All they need to learn is how to barricade doors, and that the Bible is the absolute right way of looking at everything.
As long as you hug the Bible, he won't kill you.
Yeah. Science and math are for nerds. And God and couch-forming barricades will save your life.
Do you think J.D. Vance is going to become a shooter just so he can get all those couches pushed towards him? Oh, yeah, deal with Daddy.
Who's your shooter?
I'm Alex.
Oh, shit, don't come in.
And all these things are allegedly.
I love that you always look like you smelled fart. All right, about time to slide down that dinosaur.
I already did, my guy.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Eric Halsey. Later, Gators.
Daddy, chill.